abolition. It's on here. AIM. Abolitionists in Kansas.
Okay, wonderful.
And we don't believe in regulating our baby murder, basically how, when, and where we can murder babies, but actually abolishing it. If that makes sense.
Okay, so in other words, the value them both amendment is not adequately clear on the full humanity of babies.
That pretty much it. Have you read the amendment? It basically puts the regulation of abortion right in the Kansas Constitution, and it doesn't value them both because it allows mothers the ability to murder their babies. So that's not valuing them both. So it's misnamed. It'd be a better name, violence to babies, because that's what it allows. It regulates violence to babies, to children. And so we're calling for people to vote no to that bill because it's not equal justice. It's not biblical. To vote yes to an abolition bill, a bill that would call for abortion to be totally abolished, criminalized, and then we won't have to do this anymore, right? And
sir, I would agree that it's not enough. It won't be enough until abortion is abolished. Some regulations are much better. I mean, there is no abolition bill.
Well, we're actually working on one. There's we've actually there's a lady here that's today that's actually worked on the abolition bill before, and she's trying to get it to where they'll actually hear it in the legislature.
That's very good.
But not many Christians are supporting it because Kansans for Life, they oppose it. They're telling people don't say no to abolition, say yes to value them both. And it's like that. It should be the other way around. Forget these pro-life bills. We've been doing this for 50 years. Put forth an abolition bill, and babies we'll totally criminalize baby murder. Then we don't have to do any more marches for life. It'll be over. But that's why we have to do this year after year, because the legislators, they refuse to repent and to call for the abolition of abortion, because they're too busy bound down to the Supreme Court, thinking that Roe v. Wade is the law of the land. One of the interviews, a leader of KFL inside, he told me that Roe v. Wade is the law of the land. Well, no, it's not true. It's the lie of the land. Roe v. Wade is not constitutional. Even pro-abortion attorneys will tell you that's not law. Even President Joe Biden recognizes it's not law. He wants to put the force of law behind it. I think he said that recently. So even pro-abortion people recognize that Roe v. Wade is not law. So why do pro-life people treat it as law, right? We of all people should be saying no, it's not law, and we're not going to adhere to it. So we need to stop putting forth pro-life bills that regulate baby murder. Meet this criteria and you can murder a baby, and put forth an abolition bill. Trust God. Stop trusting in our own opinions or man. Trust God. And God will see us through this thing to abolish it and to protect human life from fertilization till natural death. But God's not going to bless our efforts if we keep regulating this. And I mean, after 50 years, is this really the best we can do? No, we can abolish it. And before the last several years, there was none of us thought about abolition because the abolition movement's new. It's only 12 years old. But now people are starting to realize, yes, we got to stop regulating this. And that's why we came today, because we know there are pro-lifers here that they don't know any better. Not saying they're stupid, they just don't know any better. They don't know about abolition. They don't know that there's a biblical way of doing this. That they don't know why this is unbiblical to regulate baby murder. Because that's all we've been taught. The pro-life movement, that's all they've taught us is the Supreme Court, whatever they decree, their opinions are the law of the land, and we have to adhere to them. Says who? That's not the Constitution. That's not what God says. God says, obey me, uphold my law, not what any wicked court or judge or ruler says. So the problem is we haven't been trusting God. Even people who think they are, they're not.
Good. Thank you.
Does all that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Very interesting.
It's kind of a lot to take in, I understand.
Good
And
process.
if this explains, if you're interested, this explains more the difference between abolition and pro-life.
Uh-huh.
So that explains in detail what I was talking about, pro-life organizations and politicians compromising, and so that will deepen your understanding of it.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time. Thanks.
Have a good day.